Shrek 2 has Shrek trying to be human so he can be accepted by Fiona's parents. So the positives on the film are I like that they added in this character of Prince Charming, and that he was supposed to save Fiona, but he was too late. So that was his setup for his aggravation towards Shrek. So I liked that. The soundtrack is honestly just as iconic as the original. Like the first song, Accidentally in Love, I really like that. I always think of Shrek 2 when I listen to that song. Funky Town is awesome, and the ending song, Livin' La Vida Loca, that's really cool. The drama stirred up in the film is very intriguing. The king and queen don't approve of Shrek. Prince Charming is trying to get with Fiona. So it's a much more complex story with a lot more characters. Also with Shrek trying to become human and Prince Charming trying to get with Fiona and Harold keeping his secret, whatever that is. So I really liked that. The movie adds in a lot of fairy tale tropes with Prince Charming actually being a character and the fairy godmother, who's typically good in a Disney movie, like specifically in Cinderella. But now the fairy godmother archetype is the villain in this. Harold, his big secret is, spoiler alert, is he's actually a frog who became human. Which The Princess and the Frog came after Shrek 2, but like that's kind of a cliche. So I like that. Speaking of which, the fairy godmother is a much better villain than Lord Farquaad. She's in many scenes trying to foil Shrek, so I think she's much more in the movie, so it makes her be a better and more intriguing villain. The movie is pretty funny. I like the hairball gag with Puss in Boots. I also like the line when Shrek turns human, one of the girls says, "I'll be true enough." That was pretty funny. It was funny when Princess Fiona, who turned human, saw Puss in Boots, and she says, "Shrek?" And he just says, "For you, baby, I could be." And that was pretty funny, so some pretty funny lines. And then the last positive is the climax of the movie is one of the best climaxes in the franchise. And that's all thanks to the rendition of I Need a Hero, which is also kind of a part of the soundtrack, I guess. And so, I mean, like, it's just paired off with this great break into the castle, where Shrek tries to break into the castle and Fiona tries to prevent Charming from kissing her. And so it was just an awesome scene paired off with that song. So I really liked that. That's it for positives. On to the negatives. And I only have one. The only negative is, even though it has a few funny lines, it's not really a joke a minute like the original Shrek. I don't find it as terribly funny as the original Shrek. But that's about it for negatives. When I first watched this movie years ago, I probably thought it was fine. A couple of years ago, when I rewatched it, I was like, I don't know why people think this is better than the original Shrek, because I don't think it is. I just found it to be awkward. But rewatching it now, I rewatched it like a couple months ago, and then I watched it specifically for this review, and I can say that I really like this movie now, and I get why this is a really good sequel to the original Shrek. And I think, in some regards, I do kind of prefer it to the original Shrek. I do actually really enjoy Shrek 2, so Shrek 2 is actually a really good movie and a really good follow-up to the original Shrek. So that's my review on Shrek 2. Thanks for watching.